Hi everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is HP Fashions Jewel. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning on how to cut and sew an under bust basque bustier. Alright, so at this point I will mark my shoulder measurement 16 plus half inch. Alright, this is my armhole line, this is my bust point. I'm using 3 points. Alright, so this is my under bust and my half length. Okay, so at this point now I'll be using 18.5 for my armhole depth, then under bust of 10, 10.5 and 11, bust point of 10, 10.5 and 11, under bust of 14.5.2, half length of 16.5 plus 1 inch, so in along, which is 17.5. Okay, so I'll be making a minus of 5.5 from the shoulder, 5.5. Alright, so I'll use my ruler now to rule. Okay, alright, so just to confirm, this is 5.5. Then I'll use a neck depth of 7 inches, then make my connections. Then I'll be adding extra 3 inches allowance to this. Extra 3 inches allowance to this. Alright. So this, I'll be adding extra 4.2, which is the main middle bustier from top to bottom. 4.2. Alright. So I'll be taking my main measurement now behind my 4.2, my main body measurement. Okay, all right, so the bust is actually 40 divided by 4 is 10. Okay, so my under bust measurement to my waist is waist measurement divided by 4, and I inserted it there. Then I made my connection like an A shape at the down part. Okay, so I'll definitely connect it round, then ensure the lines are actually equal. All right, so here I'll be using a neck wideness of 4. I'm using a neck wideness of 4, which I'm not taking the measurement, just assuming if it's actually sewing together. All right, then I will increase my shoulder by 1 inch, then draw my armhole. Then I'll draw my armhole. And at this point now, I'll minus my 5 inches to my bust point. Then I will start minusing from my under bust. 1.2 inches on both sides. 1.2 inches on both sides. 1.2 inches on both sides from the middle and the other side. Right, then I'll make a connection. Then from this point now, I'll be minusing 1 inch from the side. Then from the middle, less than 1 inch, 0.2. Then I'll make my connection from the bust point to the under bust. Then the other side, from the bust point to the under bust. Yeah. And I will also connect from the upper parts to the bust point. The same from the upper parts to the bust point as well. So alright, this is what we have. Okay. Then at this point now, I will still minus my 5.5 upward. Then I'll be making a minus from the under. I'll be using 12.5. Let me just use 12. I want it to really come up. Okay, so I'll be using 12 inches. Then from that 12 inches, I'll make a connection from the 12 inches down, okay, to my under bust. It only affects the under bust. Okay, all right, so this is the down part actually that I made I used a minus of 12 inches. Then I'll go ahead and cut this out. I'll go ahead and cut this out. I'll go ahead and cut it out. Alright, this is actually the front. Then I'll take my measurement out from the under bust. Take exactly the shape I have. Then I'll minus the neckline for the upper part. So at this point now, I'll go ahead and cut out the traced pattern out. Then I will indicate the up and the down of the middle parts. Then I will also go ahead and take this off. Alright, I will also indicate the up. Alright, so this is the down part. I'll go ahead and take this off. Alright. Okay, so at this point now, I'll place it on my main fabric and take the shape, leaving a little allowance of like about half an inch on the upper and down parts. Okay. Alright, so this is the middle. Alright, so this part now is for the side. This for the side. So I'll be leaving an extra allowance by the side, the up and the down part as well. Okay. Alright. So this is it. This is what it looks like. So I'll have to get the same thing on the down parts of the dress. The down part of our half length. Then I'll be leaving. Alright, remember I'll be leaving some allowance. I won't just take exactly the same measurements. Okay. Alright, so this is it for the down part of it. Alright, so I'll still go ahead and place on my lace fabric and trace exactly the way the pattern is. Alright, so this is it. Alright, so I'll just get exactly the shape on my lace fabric. Alright, the lace is a bit thick, so I'm trying to cut this through. Okay, so this is it for the side bustier. So I'll go ahead and fold some more for the middle part of the bustier. Alright, so ensure to do yours properly. Okay, ensure to do yours properly. The fabric is a bit thick, so it's not really easy to cut through. Alright, so this is my back. I'm still making a minus of 5.5, then neck depth of 8. That's what I'll be making do of. Then I'll make a connection. Alright, I'll be taking off that zip allowance. There won't be anything like a zipper allowance. Alright, I just had to fix it there in case you need a zipper allowance for yourself, in case you'll be using a zipper. So this is how it looks like. Okay, right at this moment now, we'll go ahead and join. I'll go ahead and take this out to join the middle first to my breast pad. All right, actually my client is actually a pregnant one. She's pregnant, so she said she wouldn't want anything that would discomfort her. All right, so this is it for the middle. All right, so I'll also use my pin to secure it, then while I trim out the other side. Okay, all right, this is for the side. So at this moment now, I'll go ahead to fix for the other side of my bustier. Go ahead to fix for the other side of my bustier. I'll also use a pin to secure this. Alright, to enable joining, to make joining very easy. So I'll go ahead and trim this excess out for the middle part, okay? Alright, then take up the neckline. Now, this is it. Alright, so at this point now I'll be joining my side bustier to the middle, and my sewing will be starting from the down part, the bottom part of the bustier. Okay, all right, so ensure you stitch properly. I'll be making my joining with 1/2 inch, so while I sew I arrange because I need a perfect result. Okay, all right, so I'll be taking this thread off, then I'll sew the other side of my bustier. Don't forget I said the sewing will actually start from the down part, the bottom part of the bustier. Alright, that's where my sewing started from, the bottom part of the bustier. Alright, ensure to do it well, okay? I promise you, you will get a good result for this. Alright, so at this moment now I'll stitch and take this thread off. Stitch and take this thread off. Alright, so this is how it looks like. Alright, this is how it is. Okay, so I'll also go ahead at this moment to reduce the extra joining allowance there on the bustier. Then I'll go ahead and notch each part of it for it to relax properly. Okay, okay, alright, so I'll still go ahead and notch the other side because I want it to really relax when I get to iron it. Right, because at this moment I've not ironed it. I'm yet to iron it. So this is what we have. Okay. All right. So I will also go ahead at this moment to join the down part. The down parts. Go ahead and join them up, and also give them a nice press. Okay. Yeah. So I'll be using 1/2 inch to do my joining for both sides. 1/2 inch. Alright. So if there's any excess, I'll go ahead and trim it off. Right, so I'll place the other side and also sew the part. Alright. So this is it. Yeah. I'll be taking this out. This out as well. So after trimming, I'll go ahead and give a nice press. I'll go ahead and give a nice press. So I've already joined my lining exactly the way I joined my bustier. All right. Well, my client said she wouldn't want any boning on the dress since she's pregnant and wants to be comfortable in it. All right. If not, I'm supposed to do a caging on the lining parts for the breast bustier, but I actually work based on what she wants. Okay, so at this moment now I'll be using my lining to turn the neckline of the upper part. I'm using my lining to turn the neckline of the upper part. If you find this video very helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe and share my video. This is HP Fashions GY. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Alright, so this is it. Alright, so I'll just go ahead and notch the middle part. Don't forget to notch that part so that the dress will really sit perfectly. Alright, at this point I'll go ahead and top stitch on the lining part of our dress. Alright, I really love to top stitch because it really helps the clothes to relax properly. Alright, even after sewing, to relax very properly. Okay, so at this point now I'll go ahead and pin the neckline up before I'll be giving it a nice press. Alright, so I'll go ahead and pin the neckline up. I'll pin it up. Okay, so when I want to iron it to be much easier for me, okay? Alright. Okay, so I'll pin this side up as well. The fabric is very thick, so finding it a little bit difficult to pass a pin through. Okay, so at this point now, I'll just have to arrange it, then top stitch the down part. This is how it looks like. This is how it is. Okay, so at this moment now I'll be top stitching the down part of my dress, of my bustier. I'll be top stitching the down parts. Okay, you just have to really do yours well. Okay, all right. Okay, that's all for this. All right, so I'll take off this extra breast pad that came out with any extra material that is around that side. I'll go ahead and cut them off. All right, so this is the upper part and the other downside. They all have different look. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Like I said, she's my pregnant client. She doesn't want any discomfort. All right, so at this moment now I'll be attaching my down parts to each other. It's actually two, so I'll go ahead and join the lining parts for my down parts. Okay, I will join it exactly the same way I joined my main fabric. All right, so I actually used half an inch for the joining. All right, so I will go ahead and fix the other side up. I'll go ahead and fix the other side up. Okay. All right, so this is it. then I'll go ahead and give it a nice press so it will relax. Okay, well, meanwhile I'll go ahead and also trim this excess out, making it the same and uniform with each other and with also my main fabric. All right, okay, so right now I'll go ahead and attach my main fabric to it. All right, I'll just ensure to sew right at the tip of it. Ensure to sew at the tip. My main fabric is the one on top, then the lining is under. Okay, yeah. All right, so I'll just sew right on top of it. Okay, and that's the upper part I'm joining right away. So go ahead to sew the down parts to secure it with a thread. All right, ensure you place it well, please. All right, this is it at this moment. All right, so this is it. Right, so I'll go ahead at this point now to attach it to my main fabric. All right, I'm using a pin to secure it. I connected the basque line to also the basque line. All right, so I'll just go ahead and use my pin to secure it exactly the way I want to sew it. All right. Right, so after pinning, I'll go ahead and sew one part first. Then, secondly, go back and sew the second part. All right. You know, it has a particular shape, so there's no way I can just sew it straight. So, if there's a way, I will do that. All right. So, the way I want it, I stopped here. It actually makes the sewing very easy to stop at this point, then turn the fabric to the other side, since it has a basque line, like I said. All right, do ensure to do yours properly so that the result will come out fine. Okay, all right. So at this point now, go ahead and sew from this point right to the middle. Okay, from this point right to the middle. Okay, once I get to the middle point, I'll go ahead and stitch at that point to secure it right there. Okay, all right, so this is how it looks like after you're done joining it. All right, this is what it looks like when we're done. Kindly like and follow my page. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is HP Fashions GY. Don't forget to turn up your notification button. Whenever we post a video, you also get a notification. All right. Okay, so this is how it looks pretty on my client. All right, this is HP Fashions GY. Thanks for watching. See you next time in my next video. Bye. Have a great day.